Wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
We've done almost 300 videos I guess that's about 300 videos in our video library. Appreciate all of I think I'm right at 8,000 subscribers, and I appreciate everybody subscribing to my channel, stopping by to see what we're doing. We've got a lot of projects that we're hoping to get to this year. We are probably going to be adding some animals. One of our dogs hasn't done very well up here, and so we have one dog now instead of two. My son came and picked up our other dog because he had a bunch of skin allergies. His exterior body was covered in yeast, and the vet thinks it has to do a lot with the allergies here, the allergens here. Allergens. And the humidity has a lot to do with it.
Being a Shar-Pei.
Yeah, being a Shar-Pei. She's only half Shar-Pei, so she's done pretty well. But while we're here, we're going to do a little Q&A. I've gotten some questions. I did read the questions to my husband.
And I guess if we don't answer the questions that some of you have asked, we'll maybe try to get back to those. And if we don't answer questions you may have that you didn't ask, by all means, post them. Leave a comment.
There's some questions that I'll save for a later time. They're too long of an answer, really. So, the first question that came to us is, you moved from the city life to the country life. What do you miss so far that you wish you had back? So, city life versus country life. What do I wish I had? What do I wish I had back? I liked all the conveniences of being able to run up to Home Depot or run up to Lowe's to get what we needed. I don't grocery shop a lot, but now I seem to have to go once a week instead of every 2 weeks. And I don't really know why that is. Probably because I've just been here since May, and so I'm trying to stock up on basics and do some canning and get ready for some stuff. This thing is blowing.
We can stop. First question.
Yeah, so that's all I miss really is the convenience. But country life is not about convenience, it's about self-sustaining living. So that's one of the sacrifices that I've made by moving here, is I've given up all of that stuff, and I'm trying to find other things to focus on and be grateful for, and, you know, widen the stance of who I am and not wrap my life around everything that's luxurious. And I think that helps you with being grateful and knowing that all of that life could be taken away at any moment. So, what do you miss, Bill? Nothing?
Nothing. Nothing. Nada. The trade-offs are better.
Okay, so the next question was, from the small amount of time that you've been on this homestead, how much does it cost to live here each month? For people who are deciding, budgeting, and keep in mind we don't have animals yet, so we're not feeding. The only animals we have right now is our dog, so we haven't really spread our wings out. But the cost of living here, I would say, would be between $1,000 and $2,000 a month, and that's cash that we need to make sure that all of our insurance is covered, our health insurance is covered, our auto insurance, our home insurance, our internet bills, and things like that, and our food. We don't have a mortgage on this place, it's paid for, and so we say 1,000 to 2,000 depending on what projects we're funding and all of the bills, I think, collectively. Is that a good number, I would say?
I mean, it would vary, but, you know, we're not off-grid by any means, and we are not anywhere near self-sustaining.
No.
We're moving towards that, so everything we're doing is geared towards self-sustainability at a later time. So you can't really put a number yet.
The next one is, will you get animals, and if so, when?
Yes.
Yes.
Later. I don't want to pin myself into a corner on when, but we're thinking in 2018.
We've watched a lot of YouTubers, specifically YouTubers, that go out and get property. They either build a house, get a shed to live in, and recreate that house, and they suddenly have a lot of animals, and they have a lot of responsibility. And we've gleaned some knowledge from that, and that is we don't want to overwhelm ourselves to where we get in a position where we're burned out quickly, or we don't have the funding to take care of everything. Because anything living and breathing would eventually get sick or need specific kinds of care.
Yeah, we don't want animals in our care dying for negligent reasons. We know it's going to happen for various reasons, but our negligence or our naivety, I don't want to have that. We have so many other things to take care of. This place, when we moved out here, was not a homestead, farm, or whatever you want to call it, ready.
It wasn't a working farm.
We're still rebuilding things that needed to be fixed. So that's where we're at. That's the lane we're in right now.
Why are you not growing food? Do you have seeds, or how will you grow your food? I do have seeds. I've been collecting seeds for many years. I have a box of seeds. I did have an incident when we moved in here with a mouse in a drawer. I had a box with the seeds in it, and the mouse took havoc on a lot of the seeds, but I was able to recover a lot of them that they didn't get into. So I do have a lot. And you know, my hope is that I get one of the reasons I agreed to come up here to live was that I'm going to be able to grow my own food. I was growing somewhat. I did grow some this year. I grew bell peppers and tomatoes and a lot of different herbs, and we planted berries for next year. We did plant a cherry tree that the deer ate, so that won't probably happen. But we're not going to give up. We're just going to replant another one at some point. So we're going to grow in a greenhouse and container garden and raised beds like what you see on, well, Doug and Stacy do it. So we're going to be doing raised beds and greenhouse growing, very similar to what they're doing. This was an interesting one. There's a movement of young couples and families selling it all and moving to the country. Why did you want to keep your jobs instead of both of you working on the homestead full time?
That kind of goes back to the previous questions of what we're actually doing and how we're doing what we're doing. You see a lot of people, the homestead movement or the prepper movement. We're not preppers.
Although we do store food, just not
we
at high
prepare
levels.
for later. We're not preparing for the end of time or
An
this
HTF.
SHTF, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I subscribe more to the preparing for tomorrow today. So that's kind of where we're at. We will eventually be growing our own, but at this point in Arkansas, I mean, if you're not in Arkansas, you don't know. The ground isn't really good for growing your own garden, your own food.
Farmers have done it. We know. There's been lettuce farmers,
but they're amending,
rice farmers. They're amending their soils, and they're using lots of pesticides out here.
Yeah, we want to do non-pesticide, and we want to grow the good, food that's good for you, not that's toxic to you. So And like we've done some, and we've had some good, some bad, and 2018 is going to be the year to do a lot of different things. I think for us, we'll grow more. The plan is for a greenhouse. I've been told that I have a greenhouse to build, so we'll see what happens in 2018. We're hopeful.
The next question is, what has happened with the property line dispute that y'all talked about in your videos?
Oh, we have seen an attorney. We've actually talked to numerous attorneys. We know that the realty company is, for I guess all intents and purposes, they misled and misrepresented the sale of the property, and it's illegal to sell something that is not yours. We are moving forward and trying to figure out what our actual options are.
What the laws are here in Arkansas,
and
really.
We're more focused on this right now, getting our cabin situated, and we're still pushing forward with resolving that issue through legal action. I don't know. Hopefully that answers your question.
What's the one thing you want to show or share with subscribers? This is my channel, so my husband has a channel called American Liberty Fighters. If you don't follow him, you should. And I'll leave a link to his channel in the description box. This channel was prompted, my son actually encouraged me to start a YouTube channel so that his children and their children could see a slim sliver of my life and what I've done with my life and how I live my life, and also to document some cherished family recipes. So I think the thing that I want to share with subscribers is that wherever you are, whoever you're with, to try and find the best, try to see the best in people, try to find somebody to bless, live your life every single day, trying to be the best you can be, and encouraging somebody else to be better. And then the last one was, what does 2018 hold for your homestead and plans? So we've kind of talked through that.
Well, yeah, we've talked through all of it. 2018 holds for us to continue rebuilding our cabin. The plan for the future to actually clear ground and build a new cabin for us, and this cabin that we have currently would be for family and friends who come to visit, to have a place to stay that has their own kitchen, their own bathroom, and their own sleeping area that's going to have a roof over their head and not leak on them and whatever. Garden, animals. 2018 is going to be the breakout, I think, year for us. We've been very we've gone slowly moving forward and trying to do things logically and responsibly, if that makes sense. But
And thoughtfully, yeah. So from our family to your family, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we hope that you will join us on our journey and visit us as we live our life in the country. We moved from the city to the country, and perhaps something you see or something you hear will encourage you.
And we do enjoy comments and questions. We try to answer, so I know you do. So
I enjoy all the comments. I enjoy all the interaction, and there's probably a handful of my subscribers who I have direct contact with. The people who leave ugly comments,
I comment back to them.
yeah,
so.
I will decide, depending on my day, whether or not I'm going to answer that or not. But I had a comment today on one of my #1 videos, and it was the most boring 20 minutes of my life. Don't watch my channel.
If it's that boring, it's that boring within 30 seconds, click it off. Go to something that's not boring, or
it's not even worth, the person had to have watched it and then decided to even sit down and take the time and go through all the windows it takes to leave a comment. So, not a person I would want to get to know. So,
we don't mind criticisms, constructive criticisms, but rude, nasty, profane, that's when I comment back, and I don't hold punches.
yeah. Okay, everybody, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.